If you grew up in South Africa, DStv wasn't just television, it was the television. A grey decoder, a satellite dish on the roof, a monthly payment you didn't question until it went up. It always went up. DStv didn't start as entertainment. It started as an experiment. In the mid-1990s, South Africa was changing fast. Apartheid had ended, the country was opening to the world, and media was about to explode. But infrastructure was still uneven.
Capitalism amongst Africans will flourish as never before. I wrote an article in 1956 to this effect.
Cable television, like in Europe or the US, was never realistic at scale. So the solution didn't run underground. It came from space. In 1995, DStv launched as a satellite service. Behind it was MultiChoice, and behind them was the real power, a publishing company called Naspers. At the time, Naspers was an Afrikaans newspaper company looking for its next act. Television was that act. The vision was pushed by one key figure, Koos Becker. Becker didn't think like a broadcaster. He thought like a systems builder. He understood something early. If you could control distribution, content becomes leverage. Satellite TVs solved multiple problems at once. It ignored geography, it bypassed weak infrastructure, it reached suburbs and rural towns with the same signal. Suddenly, South Africa had access to international news, Hollywood movies, and most importantly, live sports. Sport changed everything. Football, rugby, cricket. MultiChoice didn't just buy sports rights, it locked them up, exclusively.
But anxious and they're doing what we call sort of front running.
If you wanted the Premier League, there was only one place to go. And once sports moved behind the paywall, millions followed. This is where the model hardened. DStv didn't sell channels, it sold bundles. Want football? You pay for the movies. Want movies? You pay for the news. Didn't watch half of it? It didn't matter. Bundling worked because competition didn't exist. For years, it didn't need to. By the early 2000s, DStv wasn't optional. It was infrastructure. In many homes, cancelling DStv felt like disconnecting yourself from the country. It shaped weekends, dinner times, political awareness, and MultiChoice expanded aggressively, launching local channels, producing South African content, and embedding itself culturally.
Still to come on E! Tonight. At 8, testing human limits, Fear Factor.
Scandal, tomorrow at 7:30, only on E!
This wasn't accidental. It was defensive. Then something happened that satellite TVs couldn't control. The internet got faster.
It spans the globe like a superhighway. It is called Internet.
Internet is a whole group of networks.
And we are calling it iPhone.
Phones got cheaper, screens became personal, streaming didn't need dishes, Netflix didn't need installers, YouTube didn't care about the schedules. Suddenly, young South Africans weren't watching channels, they were watching people. And DSTV's greatest strength, control over distribution, started to weaken. MultiChoice tried to adapt. Streaming platforms, tiered services, new pricing strategies, but the core problem remained. DStv was built for scarcity. The internet creates abundance. So why hasn't DStv collapsed in South Africa? Two reasons. First, sports. Live sports at scale is still incredibly hard to stream reliably. Second, data costs. Streaming assumes cheap, fast, and unlimited internet. That's still not reality for millions of South Africans. As long as data is expensive, satellites remain relevant. But that equation is changing, quietly, year by year. DStv didn't fail. It executed perfectly for the world it was built in. The real question isn't whether DStv changed too much or moved too slowly. It's this. Can a company built on control survive when access is no longer scarce? Because South Africa isn't just choosing what to watch anymore. It's choosing who gets to control the screen. And once the control slips, power follows.